I'm trying to figure out what the link is so I can send it to you. But I don't know. Oh, God. Hi. Tree, could you tell me what your link is? Because I don't know what the link is and I'm trying to post it. Okay. Okay, Tree. I'm going to see if you, because I'm about to send everybody the link. Maybe it's the same link, and that's what's confusing me. Okay, maybe you sent it to me. So, Tree, if you can, let me see, it's 9:01. I want to send the link to everybody, but I don't know what it is. Can you send it to me? Oh, here it is. Oh, the UH4. Okay, let me see. I think that'll do it. All right, let me just do this. Okay, all right, okay. Now let me. I won't be able to see you, but I'll be able to. Here we are. All right. And the link is. This is so crazy. It's every day. It's with a 4 at the end. Oh, that isn't what I have. All right. Thanks, Jillian. I'm on my own thing, Babs. I'm on my own thing. This is so bizarre. This is so. Okay. I have to paste this into the htt.com watch. All right, this is different. I had this and then I lost it. Watch question mark V equals SDVKUYQTUH4. All right. Yes, Elizabeth. I know. I'm trying to find it. I've been doing that for over half an hour. I'm on the air now, but I can't find the link to send to people. And keeping on tonight, Friday at 9 p.m. I think. Hang on, keep on with on W period Peter Yarrow, third night 2020. I think that's it. I don't know, honey. I have to get off to. All right, just stay on, okay? All right, Jillian. This is crazy. Jillian. All right, here it is. HTTPS. Hang on. https://m.youtube to youtube.com/watch question mark V equals all right, now I think this is correct. I'm going to check it and then I'll be able to send it to everybody in a moment. HTTP I had a triple slash, that's not going to work. M period youtube.com/watch question mark V small v equals SD V K U Y capital Q small t capital U small h 4. Okay. All right, I'm going to make this big. And here it is. All right. Now, I have to find my list and I'll send it out. All right, file, lists. Okay. Word wasn't able to find the document. That's crazy. This. I can't find it. I spent a long time making this happen. And I put a master list together. Oh, I think I know where it is. Hang on. Yeah, I think so. Nope, it's Word file, unintelligible. This is a little crazy. I'm going to sing in a little while, but I have to send this out. People are waiting. It's just crazy. We are live, but I don't know what the people may know how to get to me, but well, I'm going to let me see, one last try here. Just lists. Nope. Facts, context. Well, this is going to be laborious and time consuming, but that's the only way to do it. All right. What can I do? Here we are. It's crazy. All right. Here we go. Sent. All right. There it is. All right. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna I'm gonna say to people when I send this that this is sorry. I could not find my lists, so this is obviously going out at now about 15 minutes after 9 p.m. Love, Peter. All right, so this is now going out. All right, now we'll go to the second. Here we are. The second bunch. Okay. So this is Crazy Bud in the time of this this is not a great happening. All right. See, I've got these different categories of lists. I put them all together, which was very time intensive. All right, here's the second bit. Now it'll go quickly. All right, here it is. And then this goes down here. And this goes down here. And this goes here. And there we go. This was it. And there it went. All right. Then here, this will make it faster. All right. All right. Send again. So more and more people I'm going to get this now. They're just going to, if this keeps up, we're going to have to assume that I'm going to be stuck. I just couldn't figure out the technology, and I didn't have anybody here to help me to do it. And it's an unfamiliar program still. So I get caught up in coronavirus land. All right, here we are. Here we are. Now let me see. All right, now this is it. All right. I should be certainly up by 9:30. Okay. All right. See, I had it set so I could do this quickly, but no. All right. This is Okay. Now, okay. All right. Tomorrow, I'm going to figure out how to be on a half an hour early so I don't have this kind of craziness. Uh, uh, right. All right. I think that does it. All right. Augusta Quirk, Wendy Brooks, you should have these links, but in case you don't, I'm just going to add your correct emails to this next batch. All right. Sent. Send. Okay. Got it better. Friday at 9. Very good, Peter. All right. Or this will go very quickly now. Done. Now, now, message, forward. Yeah, I'm going to make it by 9:30. No question. This is it. Then I'm going to tune my guitar. Then I'll be able to send it out. right. All right. And we've got 924. Now, this is forward. Anybody want to come here and help me get this technology together? You know, stay home because that's what we got to do. All right, 3, 4, 6. All right. Okay. All right. Uh, that's right. I wanted to send these to, no, to, this is number 6. There must be a way to program this to go automatically. Somebody, and by the way, I don't know. I think this sound should be better tonight because here it is. Repeated efforts can get very all right. There we are. This will be 2. I'd rather finish this rather than leave folks out, so that's why I'm doing it. 7. Almost done. All right. Now, good. All right. Almost done. Nine. This is it. Uh-huh. Okay. There it is. All right. And then up to here, which is, yep, almost done. Then I get the joy of singing again rather than cutting and pasting. All right. All right. This is cutting and pasting 101. Almost there. There. Oh my goodness. All right. Good. I think I've got one more. Now, I think one more. Okay, I think this is it. 9:34. All right. I think this is it. This is it. I may not have gotten everybody, but I think I've tried as hard as one should and kept you all waiting ridiculously. It's just hard to keep it all together in this. All right. Now I'll get the guitar. All right, let me see. Now I'm going to bring this up and see who's on. And maybe nobody, but it may be yes. Being so understanding. I mean, if you, no, I got to get a Kleenex to blow my nose. That's it. All right, now tonight, what you have to do is make requests, and I shall look at what you're asking for, and I will do what you request. Let's see. Chuck Fink, Jerry Kevin, stay safe. All right. Chuck Fink. All right. Robert Corwin is Lee Hess. Your son could help with the technology. Lee, you're darn right. Molly Williams, Chuck Fink. Tree, thank you for being there. All right. All right. You see me. Okay. I'm going to do this. Before they call him a man, how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Now you sing it with me. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. You sing it along. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just does not see. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Now I'm going to stop here, talk a little bit about this verse. When Peter, Paul, and Mary sang it at the March on Washington in 1963, this song, it had just been released a couple of months before, and it hit its zenith on the charts the week prior to the August 18th March on Washington. And by that time, If I Had a Hammer had been already become very, very broadly known in because it was a song followed up, and it was the first time the vast American public heard Bob Dylan. This was his introduction, is hearing this song on that march. And when we sang it, the people already knew it, as they did If I Had a Hammer. And when somebody say that's better or it's worse, or don't say anything. All right, I'll take a look. So if there's okay, so here we are. We're going to sing this song, the pony song. Yes. Thank you for this, Peter. I needed more than you can know. Yes, thank you, Mary Catherine. All right. I'm glad I could do it too. All right. So it's fine. Okay, Robin, thank you. So this, how do I interpret that in the light of the years? What is being washed to the sea? A mountain of so much of Native Americans being subjected to a genocide in our country, of slavery. How long can that mountain exist before? The second line, however, how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And who were those people? That was the 250,000 people that was standing there. And I see it when we're singing. I saw the video. There was Julian Bond. He turned around to the audience, held two arms high, and they were singing this and swaying back and forth. But when that was, you know how I'm talking to you and I don't really supposedly know you're there, but I do? Well, that's what it was like, that we heard them singing, but we didn't realize the degree to which this was really being shared by everybody, and how it said, how many years can some people exist? Which people? We, the people of color. And how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? And when I sing that these days, I think of this last line in the Kavanaugh hearing, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? And when so let's sing that verse. I'll give you the words, and if you sing it me, so it's not just words, it's memories recollected. How many years can a mountain exist? How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? You know what? I forgot to email Wendy Brooks, and who was it else that may not have the right? I'll remember it, but how many years? How many? Elizabeth, if you've got her email address, so if you could email her, I'd be appreciative. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And we just felt everybody. These words are being said in public. And we're so strong you could scoop it up and put it in your mouth. How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times can a man look up before he can see the sky? How many times can somebody have something right in front of them and be in denial of it? Well, we are being asked to see now by Mother Nature as saying, how long can we be in denial of how wrong we have gone? Because the coronavirus, as terrible as it is also, the blue sky is in China. Maybe they'll say, wait, can we have what we need in the world and also have a blue sky? The fish are swimming. Bethany was telling me in these seas that they've started swimming again. People are talking to each other. This moment on my part, I would not even have remotely thought of doing this. But I said, like when I was on that train trip back from Boston to New York, when they had the huge snowfall, and we had those cell phones that were big, and they ran out of juice, and we were there for, a long time. I had my guitar, and I said, what would Pete do? And I went to the club car, or whatever you call it, and I sat down and started singing, and everybody squeezed in. And then there was no fear, and we were all together. And then it was quite amazing. It was wonderful. Okay. How many years, times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. You know what? I just got a text. If you know text me if you don't have the link. Trudy Mason. She's okay. If you can text that to Trudy, if you know her number, somebody does, I think. Is anybody on that knows Trudy's number? I don't want to give it out to, but what the heck, I'll give it out to. So it's okay. Text it to this number. You're all friends, so I can give you this number. Text to Trudy the link at 917-443-3315. That's 917-443-3315. Trudy Mason. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to sing. This is It's so crazy because we're in touch, but we're not formally in touch. All right, here we are. Jillian Trumbull. Jillian, I've known you for a long time. I'm singing a song for you, of course. But I don't cry. Go to sleep. All the pretty, a little higher. Jillian has had the most serious ongoing illnesses of perhaps any of my friends for many, many years. She's conquered it, and she's working as in a hospice for children, and she's terrific. And you whenever I sing to you, when you call and you say, please sing a song, I do so, but it revitalizes me because I'm working on all these hypothetical things all the time. But when I'm in touch, a lullaby is Hushabye, don't you cry, go to sleepy little baby. When you wake, you shall have all the pretty little horses, dapples and grays, pintos and bays, all the pretty little horses. Way down yonder in a meadow, poor little baby crying mama. Bees and the butterflies flutter round its arms, poor little baby crying mama. Hushabye, don't you cry, go to sleepy little baby. When you wake, you shall have all the pretty little horses, pretty little horses. And I would sing, you're my Jillian, I love you so. You are my Jillian, my Jillian. You will get well, I love you so. Go to sleep, little baby. Hushabye, don't you cry, go to sleep. There is a woman of color, appropriately enough, who is singing to a baby, and she says, the woman for whom she's with, the rich woman way down yonder in the meadow, lies a poor little baby. That's her baby. Bees and, oh, that's right, it's the little baby there. But for the child that she's singing to, she'll have the pretty horses, but for her own child, it's heartbreaking because she's loving this child, but her heart is with that baby who's lying alone. Oh, I got tired putting this together, so I got confused here. I told you, but anyhow, Jillian, I love you very much, and I don't know. There's a song I want to sing for all of us which is a song of resolve and a song of being healthy. It started with Paul Nestor calling me up. Is Trudy there? Did somebody call Trudy? Let me see. If I'll give you the number again. I'd say I called Trudy, and then I'll know you did. Roberts, that would be a good one for us today. Robert Carr, do you remember? All My Trials. Yes. Okay. I can sing that, and that's a great song. But not until somebody says, I've called Trudy. You all waited for somebody else to call. But I don't see that you did. No. Okay. I'll give you the number again. Look, Chuck Fink, you know Trudy. Let me give you the number for her to call. Hang on. Oh, I found it myself. She's now hooked up. So please tell the people to stop calling me so I can listen. Virtual hugs, meaning thank you, Murray Horowitz. God. All right, here we are. All right. Okay. Okay. There it is. And Jillian, thank you. Oh, okay. But I love that song. And then I'm going to sing you another song. Okay. No, I'm first going to do another one. And I'm not sure I'm going to remember all the words, but this is a song about walls. It's a song about the wall. The wall, in my mind, the quintessential wall is the one that I've seen and I've been across so many times between Israel and the West Bank of Palestine. And I was working on a peace initiative for a long time to have two concerts, one in Ramallah and one in West Jerusalem on sequential nights. And we had all the pieces together. And what we went through to put this, it was going to be like a Woodstock with many of the same performers. 3 weeks before the Gaza war, I was called by the ambassador to Israel from the United States, his wonderful Dan Friedman. And he said, Peter, we're not going to be able to do the show. We've been working on it 2 years. The situation was heating up and he knew it. But that wall, I've seen that wall. You don't know what it's like. This song says, Some Walls. That's the name of it. And Mary used to sing lead on this. Who politically disagree? We're talking about the wall between Israel, between the United States and Mexico that is presumably being built ever more. What happens is that when people lose touch with each other, they can no longer sense each other. They can no longer give each other the benefit of the doubt. They can no longer humanize each other. And we have this wall in our country now, which is so horrific. And we think that people are really divided, and they are, but that's more because they think they are, because once they get into a room with this group called Better Angels now, Braver Angels, and that's a long story, and they're guided by a process that was designed by family therapy and couples therapy, etc. He made a safe space for people to be. And here we had, in this tiny little Rust Belt town in Ohio, 8 and 7 of, on one side, Republicans and Democrats who had never met before, of a very, very diverse group. There was a born again Christian. And we interviewed before, Jim Brown made the documentary. I had gone there because I said, I know that this is going to reveal what's happening, because I had heard from Bill Darty, who's an extraordinary researcher, so that people, but you can't add a message. I don't know why, Jerry. Other people can't add to that message. No problem. Just wanted you. Okay. So what he did was he first put people that came in. This was in this little rust bet down that went 80% for Donald Trump. And he said, would you go into separate rooms, you who are Republican and you who are Democrats? And would you talk about the 5 worst things that are said about you by people who are politically on the other side? And decide, and then come out and explain what they are, how you feel about it. And also think about, maybe there's some truth to some of those characterizations. So they went into separate rooms, and then they delegated one person to come out and speak for them. And on the Republican side, they came out and they said, well, they say that that we're stupid, we're uneducated. It's very insulting. We are not. We're, all of us are college educated here, and we're not stupid. They say we don't care about we say we hate immigrants. And he said, that's not true. We this is at least how he felt and they felt. This was their consensus. We just don't want illegal aliens in here because it makes us feel frightened, and he didn't say we shouldn't accept people for sanctuary and life. We do respect life, but we also respect the prerogatives of a woman to determine what happens to her body. And then on the blue side, it said, well, you say that we only care about the poor and the and those deeply in trouble. We don't care about others. It's not true. And they start, and then on the other side said, they say that we're homophobic. That was Greg who said that. Well, a lot of us were brought up in that religious way, and yeah, that's partially true. And the people on the other side, I said, what's going on here? People are being reasonable. Well, they started to talk, and in the end, I'll give you the link next time at tomorrow's concert, which I'll be on time for. I'll give you the link to see a 4-minute version of that documentary and the entire documentary, the 50 minutes. And when you see it, like Jim Brown, you will say, oh my God, I didn't have any idea that this kind of vitriol that we see around us could be cut through. It's a fiction, folks. It's a fiction that we hate each other that deeply. Yes, we have been told that we are that divided. Yes, we see the separate streams of information. And yes, we are outraged at actions, but we've turned it into being outraged, generalizing it to all people. And they see what they see. They see, and they don't get the same information. And I don't know if you do. You know what my politics are, but I watch, the Fox, and if I were watching that all day, I have a very different set of opinions, because that information, and what people need to find out is, first of all, they don't try to change anybody's political opinion. All they try to do is humanize each other and respect it. By the end, here's this Greg who said, well, I don't know if I can talk to anybody, a person of color. I mean, or somebody who doesn't have a religious kind of belief that's similar to mine. He's going to the mosque with Cuellar, and Cuellar is going to the church with him, and they're working together to lead the local division of Better Angels, now called Braver Angels. Walls. Now, in this coronavirus time, we must break down these artificial, cruel walls. Because as long as we're kept divided like this, we can't act together. If we can't say together, look, this is inappropriate. Well, all of a sudden, we're saying, we're agreeing this coronavirus could kill us all, and we're reaching. I'm not sure what key is the right one for us, but we'll try to. Is this really good? Someone must fall. Let me see. Okay. Some walls are made of stone. Okay, again, CD. Probably this will be good. Because Mary sang lead, and I don't know what is the right, because I'm not singing harmony. Some walls last for years. Some disappear, wash away with tears. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. I love the song, and the guitar is buzzing, but let's try it. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. With me. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. Try that once again. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. Some walls are lined with gold, where some hearts stay safe. Oh, some walls must fall. Together with me, if there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. How can you ever know what might be found until you let those walls come tumbling down? If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. If there's any hope, if there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. Some walls are built on pride, some keep the child inside. Some walls are made in fear that love let go will disappear. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. Some walls are made of stone. Sometimes we build our own. Some walls last for years, and some wash away with tears. If there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. So I'll tell you a story about that song. I was in Bethlehem seeing Zugby Zugby, where we were trying to set the the Don't Laugh at Me program in the school there, one of the peace schools run by Ross Byers and founded by him. And Zigby is an extraordinary organizer. He was educated on a full scholarship at Notre Dame. He fell in love with a Hoosier gal, and they moved there. He was internationally. He had a conflict resolution peace center there, right next to the wall. And I was meeting with him, and I talked to him about the idea, and I told him about Operation Respect, and I told him about the point. I said, we're doing this in Israel. By the way, in Israel now, 70% of the people who disseminate it and teach it, which are the school counselors, 70% of them are using it throughout Israel, which means we are de facto in 70% of the schools there after more than 12 years. And it was David Broza and I that went over there. And I remember that we had the Voices for Peace, and we had, a children's choir. But anyhow, let me get back to this. So I was telling about it. He said, let me make calls. He made calls, and about 25 people came. And I spoke to them, and I sang to them, and I sang Don't Laugh at Me. And when I finished, they said, we want to do it. So I was feeling great, but I'd have to stay late. So he said, and there were the only drivers that could take you back there at that point were those who were credentialed to go to back and forth between Israel and the West Bank, who were Palestinian. So he said, well, my driver will take you back. So I was going back. I'm very excited about this, and I had to get back to this extraordinary hotel where they were having some of the negotiators for peace there. Hanana by 8 o'clock, and we got to the checkpoint. And at the checkpoint, I was startled. There was a young woman who looked just like Bethany, my daughter, with her long black hair. She was beautiful, but she was carrying about a U-47. An AK-47. In her arms, the state of the art, weapon, and she had a flak jacket from here down to her knees, and she was standing there, and she was okay. And my driver was visibly anxious now. He, a great guy, my God, talk about Cain and Abel, these ridiculous, wonderful, wonderful guy. And he said, please, would you, he had said before we got to this tower, please, would you sit in the front with me? Because he was frightened, because incidents were notorious that were happening. I don't even want to go into that. But anyhow, so she said, she saw my US passport, okay, and she saw him, and she got upset. She said, open the trunk of the car. Now, I'd forgotten I had my huge traveling guitar case. It was this big back there. She opened the trunk. He opened the trunk first. She looked at it, and her gun was up like this. Open that, She spoke, as they all do, very, very good English. I took the guitar out, but I did not show it to her. I said, Erev Shoshani Nitzea el Abustan Or Besamim Ulei buna leira gelech miftan Laila yored ורוח שושן נושבה אבל לך שיר בלט זמר שלווה לילה יורד לאט ורוח שושן נושבה אבל לך שיר בלט זמר שלווה. So I sang this, and as I was looking at her, her gun went down and tears started falling down her cheeks. She said, "Where did you get your Hebrew?" You know, and my heart broke. In 1 second, we went from a state of great fear, war, to what she then said, can I have my picture taken with you? How quickly we had gone from that state of the gun to can I have my picture taken? And can the fellow up there, he's my friend, can he come down and have his picture taken? How fragile it is for whatever they have, but we don't have to hate each other. And if we hate each other, we are duplicating the path to totalitarianism, because that's how it happens. So anyhow, here we were. And I had that song, and I went to that extraordinary hotel. I can't remember the name of it. It's in East Jerusalem, in the Palestinian part. It's very famous, very near the old city. My heart gets teary because I'm sharing this history with you. Okay, I'm going to sing one more song because, and by the way, did you know that David Broza, who was instrumental, he sang all the Operation Respect, Don't Laugh at Me songs in Hebrew, which are This Little Light of Mine, Blowing in the Wind, that Bob Dylan gave us for free to use, Down by the Riverside, I'm going to lay down my sword and shield, down by Where Have All the Flowers Gone, and Don't Laugh at Me, and one other. And we have there. If you go to the Operation Respect website, you can hear these songs in Arabic sung by Amal Merkis, David Broza. David Broza is incredible, a giant, and he has been so helpful. I mean, I just love him like crazy. And his mother wrote Erev Shel Shoshanim, which is perhaps the most famous Israeli love song. Erev Shel Shoshanim. And why do I know it? Because when I got out of college, and I, for a variety of reasons, which I'll discuss at another time, I went to Greenwich Village rather than getting a job in my area of education. When I did that, my first job that was real was with the Aviv Theater of Dance and Song with Eliezer Adoram, and it was Art Podell from Art and Paul who was there in LA, possibly, who knows, Amy, who's on watching, Amy Bickel, Theodore Bickel's former wife before she's his widow, and I adore her, and we are great organizing friends and dear human friends. I love her. And she knows Broza. She knows all people, and Craig Taubman. And so the time in which we're living. Isn't that strange? Okay, so let me sing one more song. I'm so terribly sorry. It's come to the time. We're almost an hour because I was a half an hour late. Please forgive me. I was frantic here trying to to get online and do this, and I couldn't do it. Something didn't work. Will you forgive me? Also, will you ask for some? Okay, I'll do Hushabye, the Bahamian Lullaby next time. I want to sing a happy song. I want to sing this happy song. Here's Tom Paxton said, when I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy, my father homeward came one night and gave to me a toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright, and the moment I laid eyes on it, became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved, and when it stopped, and brrr when it stood still. Never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. It went zip when it moved, and when it stopped, and brrr when it stood still. Sing. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Sing with me. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The first time that I picked it up, I had a big surprise. 'Cause right on the bottom were two big buttons looking like big green eyes. I first pushed one, and then the other, make that sound neat. Do it again. And then I twisted its lid. Do this with me. And when I set it down again, here is what it did. It went zip when it moved, and when it stopped, and brrr when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. It first marched left, and then marched gone. It was not even there. I started to cry. Cry with me. Please cry with me. I need you to cry. I don't want to cry alone. I want to hear you cry. No. Like some of you think it's crazy to do this because I can't hear you, but I can. But my daddy laughed. Because he knew that I would find. When I turned around, my marvelous toy would be chugging from behind. It was going zip when it moved, and when it stopped, and where's Noel when I need him? When it stood still, I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Well, the years have passed by too quickly, it seems. I have my own little girl and boy. And yesterday I gave to him my marvelous little toy. Their eyes nearly popped right out of their heads, and they gave a squeal of glee. Squeal. None of us knows just what it is, but they love it just like me. It's still zip when it moves, and when it stops. Never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. I never knew just what it was, and I never knew. I never knew what it was. Can you imagine if singing this song? I don't know what it was. What? And I guess I never will. Yeah. Puff the magic dragon, he still lives by the sea. And I'm so sorry that I was a half an hour late. That's a record for me. It's only because I'm in quarantine and I needed a little technical help. But you weren't there to hear my call when I called Yelp. But some of you waited. I don't know how to say thank you. It means a lot. It means that our lives are truly connected now in the time of coronavirus. Coronavirus, not coronavirus. That's where we are right now, and we're together, so we're gonna sing together. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Christopher. You're there with me. I didn't see you before, but I see you, Bob Corwin, now. Chuck Fink said hi, Christopher, too. And Mr. Clapping now. Paul Kehoe and Akiko Andikawa. And I'm gonna scroll back down on my friends because I can't believe this beauty. And there, dum dum dum, and there is tree, tree. You haven't heard this song before. It's marvelous. Yes, thank you. All right. And Molly Williams from Colorado, you're there too. And Shara, Jillian Shara singing along with you. Amy, Trudy finally into this semi-Luddite figured out how to connect. Thank you all. Thank you, Pedro. You know my request, Sweet Survivor, tomorrow night. Then Chuck Fink, and then we have Jackie Enright. Okay, and Bob Surly. That's my brother, Starley. Thank you for being on. I owe you a text, I know. And Kate Middleton, yes. And Broza, thank you for your words, my brother. If you say NN, that means no name. I won't mention your name because Robin Hanson, Mary, it's fine. Sending you my love. And Marvin Berkowitz was with us again, and Lee Hess, and with Laura, and they're in Michigan, and that's great. You were wonderful last night, by the way, because when the guy was saying, "Well, he can't sing," he got pass. I wasn't even reading this stuff, and then I read it, and you said, "Please, very politely, would you allow us to enjoy Peter, notwithstanding." That was so gracious of you. Not to clobber him, not to I mean, he just, you're an unusual bunch of people, of course. By the way, Barry Nicholsberg, you were there, and that's great, and I love you. All right. Well, so we are at 29 people now. So I'm thanking you all. I'll get this together to do it better tomorrow night. Actually, maybe if I don't send out a notice, it won't be tomorrow night. If it is, it's going to be at 9. But I think it might be wise for me to take a break and just learn the technology so I don't have to hang everybody up again. All right, and we say, but the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Now I'm ending the stream, kissing you goodnight, and then pressing end.